Welcome to Deal by Deal. Today, we have a really interesting opportunity in the film space. Georgia, over the past 15 years, has really become quite a cinematic powerhouse. We have a 30% tax credit for any movie that gets produced here, so we've had a ton of growth in production. Now, with that growth does come some opportunities, and that's what we're here to talk about today.
So the opportunity we have today is a 78,000 square foot film studio that has a gated parking lot. It's divided in two buildings. Half of that 78,000 square feet is a flex building divided in 10 bays with dock highs and roll-up doors. The other half is a giant sound stage that's 40,000 square feet divided in two, and they have sliding doors that access the entire building with 35-foot clear height and a very large laydown yard. It's perfectly built for industrial use. The property is located on the west side of Atlanta in Paulding County. Paulding County has seen 100% population growth since the 1990s. It has tremendous development, with Hunger Root being built across the street. It's about a 300,000 square foot cold storage facility. Con Global's right next door. It's a giant sea freight container yard. And there's every retailer you can imagine about a mile from the property, from Sam's Club to Home Depot. There's a brand new Texas Roadhouse that just got built, and we're excited about sharing it with you.
So when we're looking for opportunities, we're either doing the get behind something that's doing really well. That could be a neighborhood, or it could be an area where there's just a ton of development, and we can step in and be alongside that. The other thing we're always looking for is what hasn't gone very well. Is there an opportunity to buy something that's distressed, get in at a good value, and then create something from it? When we look at the movie space in Georgia, it has done phenomenally well. And what that's then created is we have some really large studios that came here. So we have Trillith Studios, which has over 33, 34 sound stages. This is a massive complex. We have Tyler Perry Studios, which is also very large. And these have all been developed in the past 10 years. So they're now very big players in the space. At the same time we saw all this growth, we saw the Writers Guild and the Actors Guild both go on strike. So in 2024, movie production in Georgia was down by about 40%. So with that, a lot of the smaller studios are then struggling for tenants. They're struggling for who's going to be in here working, and therefore it creates an opportunity to buy some of these smaller places. So that's what we see in this film studio, where we have a huge amount of capacity that was brought online. So there's a lot of supply, and then demand has a shock in 1 year, and it's cut by 40%. So we have a very good building. It was very useful. With a 40% demand cut, then all of a sudden, it's open to be used as something else. So that's where we come to today. When we assess this opportunity, the first thing we're normally looking at is basis.
Yeah, but really, what can these things be built for? Really, whatever we're looking at. We were doing multifamily. We were looking at what a new unit can be constructed for and what we can buy it for relative to that. Now we're looking at this industrial product that was built for around $200 a foot, and new construction is also being built north of $200 a foot. I was talking to a friend the other day, and he's building for $300 a foot, hoping to exit at $400 a foot in the Atlanta market. And so the opportunity here is we're buying 10-year-old product for $77 a foot. It's insulated, it's modern, it has 35-foot clear heights. It's some of the nicest products we've seen on the market, even without the distressed pricing. And we're getting the distressed pricing.
Yeah, we look at our flex spaces. This one, it has the drive-up door that you can drive into. It also has dock eyes in every single bay. It has about 1.5 acres of outdoor lay-down yard storage. You can move trucks around in there really easy. It's fully gated, and it has plenty of actually employee parking on both sides of the building. So it's a very well-built asset. It's perfect for the uses that we put in there, and it's coming at a good deal.
Yeah, so with the flex building, it's 10 separate bays. They each have a dock high and a drive-up door and office in the front. So about 20% of the building is office, 80% of the building is warehouse. It's really perfectly laid out. The other building is a 40,000 square foot, 35-foot clear height, 40,000 square foot wide. And it's really wide open with a rolling door that opens up really the whole side of the building that can really be used for lots of different uses. Although it was built as film stage, it was actually perfectly built industrial flex properties. So our leasing team actually started working on this last week. We already have 2 tours of tenants that want to take the whole property. We're negotiating back and forth with them. We'll see. We close in about 6 weeks, and we'll see if we can put something together. around closing time. But what we're excited about is that we have 50,000 square feet about 3 miles from here. It's 100% occupied. It's getting $13.50 rents. And we somewhat have a wait list that we can kind of plug into this property that we're buying and get started really easily.
Yeah. On the financial aspect of this deal, one of the things we always like is if we can get in and lease quickly. That speed to the first dollar of rent is critical when we look at our investment returns or an IRR basis. The faster we get there, the better the deal will perform. So on this one, we do not have a lot of construction risk. The buildings are already there. The flex stuff and the roll-up doors are already in place. A lot of times if we're doing our office to flex conversion, we have to go in and add all the roll-up doors. So they're not there. We have to go take out the sides of buildings and add these roll-up doors in. And this one, everything is ready to go. So we're very excited about that from a time standpoint and permitting risk of getting any of that stuff in. So we have a solid benefit there with these.
Right, and that'll enable us that, our really timeline here is about 12 months to lease. We're baking in about 6 months of free rent. So obviously some suites will lease faster than other suites, and it'll kind of be a sliding scale to get to kind of full 18 months to realize rent. We'll stabilize the property for about 6 months. And so at about month 24, we'll be cash flowing, and then we'll spend about 6 to 12 months exiting the property. And again, what Dave said was, we're buying the property for $77 a square foot. We'll be all into it with carry costs, with some TI, earmark for the tenants. We'll be all into it for around $100 a square foot. We're realizing exits right now between $150 and $160 a square foot in the same market. So we're pretty excited about the spread that we have here in the margin.
Yeah. The deal will only perform better the faster we can get to leased, the faster we can get to rent. That's kind of how we're looking at our analysis. Will always improve the investment returns on the deal. But if we do hit that, that means we're hitting an IRRs that are in like the mid 25% range. That's our target. That's what gets us excited on this deal, is that it is well built. It's ready to go. We feel like we can lease this quickly. Our experience shows that this stuff is highly sought after on the flex side of things. And the faster we can do it, the better.
Absolutely. And we have a lending partner that's really excited about the deal as well. This is our 5th deal to do with this lending partner. They've been fantastic to work with in the past, and we're excited about executing this deal with them.
So that's our new deal. It's called Westside Flex. If you want to go check out a really cool studio opportunity, let us know.